evening, everyone, and welcome back to the finals of the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Split, powered by Bacchus Energy Drink. We are your shoutcasters for Game 4. I am Vulcan, and joining with me is Shimbu.
Of course, grabe, nanggaling na tayo doon sa kakaibang Game 3, I'd say. Same as may pagka one-sided katulad nung nangyaring Game 2. Ang layo compared sa Game 1 natin na sobrang gitgitan. What's interesting about the Game 3 was that there are new pickups mula sa MSK, no? We were discussing actually the viability of Fizz getting pick up kahit hindi kasama clearly sa champion pool ito ni EXO in the regular season. It cannot be denied that Fizz after the buffs from the 7.5 batch is actually a hot pick that can be predicted na pwedeng ma-pick up nga ni EXO dito, knowing his playstyle and knowing the necessity of shutting down crucial targets against IPT, which is Hate. But that doesn't seem to be the case now for this Game 4, as IPT would be wise to instantly ban out that Fizz. Okay, so they remove lots of pick-ups mula dito sa MSK. They remove the Thresh, they remove the Nautilus, they remove the Fizz. The big question is, will EXO be prioritizing the Z? That's one. Right now,
Or the Ari.
they cannot necessarily pick up the Z because of course you have the Lulu priority as well here by IPT on the picks and on their iterations. There is also Kulit being able to secure that Graves as well with Hate. This time, not gonna be prioritizing, or rather, okay, this is the fourth game we'll be seeing Hate on this Lucian. It is actually, I'd say, predictable kasi, you know, you remove a lot of pickups nga dito mula sa MSK with the Thresh, with the Fizz, with the Nautilus, no security on the Z. So, it is gonna be IPT. They just want to secure Hate here. No infinite duress, no death mark, no death sentences, no Fizz kills, and even on this Nautilus. Talaga, para kay Hate lamang to. But of course, it cannot be denied the performance of Zensho on that Jin, di ba? So far, I mean, sobrang stellar nung naging contribution ni Zensho para doon sa Game 3 natin. In totality, enough to make you squeal, really. And of course, we are seeing that Light won't be dropping the Zillion still, as they really want to make sure na their ADCs, their backline damage, these two guys with the guns, will survive in the hands of IPT. JLC will be rolling on his Poppy now for the composition of Mineski. Not gonna allow any Vladimir. The Rumble as well. Not gonna put that on Kaigu. At least against Kulit, the Gragas and the Rengar. I was curious nga nung pinalusot yung Rengar, di ba? Kay Kulit back on Game 2. And there's a good reason para sa Mineski na iban ito. So, we'll have Nixta on Rek'Sai. Minsan sinasuggest ko ngayon kanina when the Gragas was open na you could actually put Nixta on the Rex side and have Kaigu roll on this Gragas. But this time, despite the nerfs, Mineski would be picking up Maokai. Now, the thing about Maokai is, kahit may mga nerfs si Maokai, there's still some form of viability sa Maokai na to. And actually, it fits the playstyle of Kaigu. The conservative playstyle of Kaigo. Kasi ang nerf lang naman kay Maokai is yung kanyang damage tsaka yung laning phase niya, di ba? The mana. So, si Kaigo naman mahilig lagi sa torre, di ba? Pero pagdating sa mid-game fights, when it matters, ando naman siya to participate, and he's quite effective, I'd say. EXO Zen would go back on this Ari with a Z and a Fizz denied of him. Of course, you got the support as well. So far, we've been juggling between Lux and Malzahar, no? Dito para sa support role, ladies and gents. And ayan, once again, Jin on Zensho. Do take note, guys, that again, it may seem na parang shami-shami lang yung isang panalo dito ng Mineski, pero it cannot be denied that in a best of 5 series, getting a win on Game 3 after a 2-0 clearly states a momentum para sa team nyo. Okay, there's still the pressure na pwede kayong matalo anytime on this Game 4 because this is still match point para sa IPT, pero there is also that lingering pressure against IPT na pag ito nag 2-0 pa dito, di ba? Para sa Game 4 na to. Pag ito nag-2-2 pa, I mean, ayan, medyo ang hirap pasukin ng Game 5. And that is every victory secured by Mineski, especially on that crucial Game 5 na sobrang deathmatch. The one who got the recent wins would be the one to enter that match with some sort of an advantage nga in terms of momentum. Again, sa mga summoners natin and sa mga viewers natin, once again, we are live at YouTube. That is gaming.youtube.com/phgarena/live. Live rin po tayo sa Facebook. So, sa mga viewers natin, sa mga summoners natin, we are just past halfway ng ating finals. Ladies and gentlemen, cannot be denied na pwedeng manalo anytime yung Imperium Pro Team. Pero what if talaga nagtututo mga kaibigan, and we are set for a crazy 5-game series in the finals of PGS 2017 Spring. Of course, that is brought to you by Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. And also sa mga viewers natin, wag niyong kakalimutan ha. Again, magbukas kayo ng tab, ng extra tab para naka-ready na kayo i-type yung search and win link. Gusto namin na manalo kayo, ladies and gents. And of course, be sure to watch us as well for that Guess That Pro na promo natin, okay? Pagdating sa dulo ng ating sa katapusan ng ating game, okay? I want to know sa mga viewers natin, sino sa inyo ang para sa IPT? Gamitin nyo yung hashtag. Puntahan nyo yung Facebook page namin. Gamitin nyo rin yung cover photo doon ng IPT. Not to mention, para rin sa mga fans ng Mineski dyan, make sure to use the Mineski. Mineski! Ayan, hashtag MSK win na hashtag, and of course, the cover photo na matatagpuan rin sa ating PGS Facebook fan page. Not to mention as well that we got our website updated. Be sure to check that one. Got neat overlays, neat. Ayan, of course. And of course, we have the articles there available in the VODs as well. Ayan, I'd say you may want to check out the preview nitong ating PGS finals. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Game 4. Once again, IPT versus Mineski.
It's going to be a really intense Game 4. And knowing that Mineski was able to pick off an Ari instead of, let's say, Oriana, this will be maybe another close game for IPT if they let EXO snowball again on that Ari.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, antayin natin kung ano ang mga unang, let's say, crucial points para sa game na to right now. Kasi, compared dun sa game 3 kanina, with the Fizz getting banned, things are looking pretty standard na muli. Although, of course, we're still seeing Zillion in the mid lane. We've known how successful naman si Light sa paglalaro nitong Zillion na to, especially on the series of IPT against the likes of AEX.
And look at that, Mineski on the brush side of the bot lane, waiting for a early poke cheese maybe. They want to really control the bot lane, knowing that Hate is running that Lucian for the 4th time. This might be Mineski already reading their strategy, their IPT strategy.
Yes, of course, the Keystone Master Race once again available nga. Ladies and gentlemen, you could see lots of durability in the front line here available for Mineski.
IPT
And they want to punish Hate here.
IPT is not fixing it. Oh, look at that exhaust already
They
up.
want to kill Hate here.
They really want to shut him down as early as they can. Exhaust both guns on their supports. Hate forced to rotate around.
Yeah, so that's gonna deny him a few CS, I'd say around 1 to 2.
Mineski always does this, but the fact that IPT doesn't check their brush side.
And, doesn't really deny that much para kay Hate. Right now, I think that's only 1 CS miss para kay Hate. After that, GS, the generations are still available para sa dalawa to. But look at that, in the mid lane.
A very early guy,
Wow,
flash
all
and
flash.
knock up. Light forcing his flash.
Oh my god.
Oh, the ignite and the charm all landed perfectly,
And
giving EXO a first blood.
I feel like hindi rin necessity yung sidestep doon ni Light, but it cannot be denied na yung movement speed kasi ni Zillion dito ay napakababa. Especially all the crowd controls mula sa jungler tsaka sa mid lane connected onto you. That's gonna be big. Ang nakakuha ng kill na yun, mga kaibigan, ay ang Ari. And understanding again the situation for this game, it'll be intuitive na pipiliin ni Kaiku na kumuha ng corrupting potion dito. I'd say Gunnar the Days na iuunahin mo. Hindi naman Gunnar the Days, pero there are some pickups naman na yung big Doran's ring for this Maokai. Pero on the early clears talaga, you'd want to rely, especially with the nerf on the damage, you'd want to rely on the pots muna for your mana and control of the lane. Alam naman natin na pagdating sa ating top lane matchup, it's a given that both of these two top laners would be opting in picking up the Bami Cinder, not just for the durability that it gives, but also for the lane control and wave clear that the emulation can provide.
Not
Yan.
just that. If Kaigo follows JLC's same build path, JLC will deal more damage, knowing
That's the
that
thing.
that's a Poppy.
Uh,
But Maokai also scales with some percentage health, but not as strong as the CC compared to a Poppy.
I'm just curious lang, no, na sino kaya poprotektahan dito ni Kaigo? Well, I'd say, so we got TG naman. Sometimes, I'm lead with the impression na parang nagkukulang yung damage dito ng MSK, well, relative to IPT. But then it all boils down to the leads. Okay?
Kaigo advances for a safe escape actually.
Yeah, and these two junglers actually
Yeah.
going at it with the early ganks. You got Kulit in the top lane, whereas Nixta actually succeeded securing 1 kill in the mid lane. Right now, 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the game, you got Nixta prioritizing and getting that his first jungle item. Actually gonna secure more vision, of course, with the help of that. Not gonna be prioritizing in building or rushing any Tiamat. Vision is just as important, especially if you want to foil the tendencies of IPT sending multiple members on a single lane, not to mention Kulit's aggression as well. And yun yung kinaganda ng tracker snipe dito. Like early game, I believe, of course there are junglers talaga na who doesn't heavily benefit from tracker snipe. But what's really so good at tracker snipe is as a jungler, that added vision ng dalawang wards na yun really helps a lot.
And the fact that when they finish their jungler item, let's say their warrior enchantment, they can keep using that until the late game. It's like you get 2 free sight stones.
Yeah, and that's big eh. Yung
And
vision na yun na nabibigay
It's a
na yun.
sight stone that gives AD. That's something that, why not pick it up? That's something your team needs,
Oo.
vision.
Malay mo, darating yung meta na may AD supports na tayo. You get tracker snipe with warriors enchantment or supports. Kaso may restriction nga lang sa smite, mga kaibigan. So, going back at this game, we'll be seeing Exosen here. My guess is this another rush for the Proto Belt. Okay.
Whereas like picking up 2 Doran's ring will
Uh-uh.
go for a lane heavy
Uh-uh.
strategy. Whereas Exo, as early as now, he's building towards his first item. That's going to
Uh-uh.
be a Hex Tech Revolver, a Protobell as you said. If he picks that up, he's free to roam.
And I like this. I like this actually. You know, getting this rush your early items, especially with the first blood na secure mo. At ayun nga yung kinalamangan dito ni Exo. He even put up a ward
wow.
just so he has a clear idea of where Light is positioning and he can easily zone out Light. That's what's so hard about this matchup now, especially with the first blood secured, is that the mobility talaga ni Light dito without any enchantment from that rewind plus the time warp. Ang bagal niya maglakad. That's one, that's a given. So, right now, situation din natin sa mapa natin is that there's really no heavy priority para sa bottom lane. That's why you can see the junglers focusing a lot and staying in the top lane, also in the mid lane. In a sense na that's a Cloud Drake available bottom lane.
Focus fire all onto Wade. Look at his health just diminishing. That from full HP
Yeah.
down to let's say 20%.
Do take note that the exhaust is still available and also you
And
can see that
also
Nixta's gonna be here.
there. Zencho
Okay.
is in kill range. TG gets 1 hit.
Yeah, there's a ping mula sa
Yeah.
IPT na pinapakita na they know and they're accounting for the Nixta dive despite hate relentless pursuing in. So, at least that is full. That's one. Meanwhile, Kulit here. Gonna be denied na I'm curious saan nilalagay ni Nixta yung tracker snipe niya. Because Kulit has a very, very good freedom in taking the red side jungle here of Nixta. And I think, yeah, it's pretty much a slow-paced game. Won't be seeing that much action, lalo pat nag-aantay lamang tayo na magkaroon din ng full items dito. At least the one core item na nabuo para sa mga champions na to. And reactive plays. I'd say, my guess is the first collapse would occur between these two junglers really in response to them. Kasi, for the most part, this is a chess game between the two, where they just stay and try to get and deny the enemy jungler of the camps. You know, sa kalaban, sa camp, sa mismong jungle nga rin ang kalaban nila. So, for now, if you wanna understand here, not a Bami Cinder. Okay, the mid lane.
That was pretty close.
Not gonna be a bombing Cinder rush para kay JLC. Be intuitive to pick up the cloak muna. Okay, para dito kay Kaigu. It will be a given that Kaigu has a very low kill potential against Poppy now. Okay, in the early phase of the game. There's also one minion wave, more than actually, na pinangahawakan dito si JLC against Kaigu. Okay.
And not to mention the way,
Okay,
Void
but
Gaze, current call.
call.
Nixta goes in for the knockoff, finalizing the kill, and Rebenga is next. That's going to be 2 kills for Mineski. The timing was really on point.
And that is big. That is big. You know, you are trading up with the Malzahar. You add up the jungler. And you get baited na kasi kaya-kaya makipaglaban ni Zensho from a distance. That is 1-1 ideal setup. Kahit hindi natin ina-advise na makipaglaban ka and open a fight with a curtain call. Pero kung Malzahar yan, ang sakit kasi ng damage mula sa Malefic Visions plus of course those Void Links plus with the crowd control from Nixta. Zensho could just provide fire support.
Yeah, this will be the first
early.
turn.
Yeah.
Mineski knows what they're doing, knowing that IPT going for Lucian for the 4th time. That gave Mineski enough time to strategize, I guess maybe against that Lucian.
Yeah, and Mineski, no, aiming for a short game on this one, not even gonna aim to control the lane. Despite the lead that they have, what they'll do is really rush it in, destroy the bottom lane outer, now take the Cloud Drake. This is gonna be nice kasi nasa laning phase pa ang karamihan, if not all of the lanes, and this would help rest of the members of Mineski to rotate between lanes. Lalo pa on Exosen if ever he wants to respond on a trade out, either in the top lane, the bottom lane, or in the jungler.
He finally finished up that Proto Belt, so IPT has to be really aware that EXO will rotate more than just in the 10 minutes game because he has the Proto Belt, and not to mention IPT, they don't have their bot lane, so that gives EXO a lot of room to roam around, trying to pick off members or to really slow down their farming.
He's even denying actually yung sariling jungle camp dito ni Kulit. This is very weird. Slow pace, but this is steadily in control of Mineski. Not even gonna be able to catch out Kaigu here in the top lane, knowing that JLC has no mana. Okay, here comes
see
TG.
that TG, he has the Void Gaze, readying it up, setting up with the Void Links.
Visions.
That's not gonna happen,
Yeah,
so
it's
this is Mineski standing off, reading IPT. Zensho.
And yung kasi kung gaano kabilis nakakapunta si TG doon,
Yes.
just because of the Cloud Drake. Ito yung kinaganda ngayon ng Cloud Drake. Cloud Drake doesn't really amount to much pag if you have 5v5 stacks. Pero if you have like prolonged laning phase or you want to start the mid-game phase early on, yeah, Cloud Drake squad, flash
In, Void Gaze onto Kulin. He'll be taking down a knockoff from the Rek'Sai. Gives Zensho his first kill. That is gonna really help you itemize. I mean, despite just getting the first kill, here it has the Yomus Ghost Blade. So I'm pretty surprised that the CS is actually, he's behind in CS. But the fact that Hate gets the call, gets the Cutlass, he has not finished any main item. But look at Zensho, he already finished his Yomus Ghost Blade.
Yeah. Wow, things are looking pretty well here for Mineski. We might be seeing talaga a 2-2 right now in this pace of the game. Should this continue? And
Look at
this
that.
is very different nga mula doon sa...
Did you see that, Shimbo? The Foxfire was visible. That's why
umatras si
Rebenga went back. He saw
Sting.
the Foxfire.
Oo nga eh.
Wow.
Now, did Exosen realize it?
I'm not sure he did. There's no wards placed on that brush.
Yeah.
Look
Actually,
at him. Look at him. He's very patient.
Yeah.
Foxfire's up. Goes in with the Proto Belt. Charm. Orb of Deception plus Ignite. Burning. Hates heal.
Nice flash. Exosen is out of gas here.
Out of gas and out of mana. No forms of utility. Forcing his flash away.
Alright, but here comes TG.
Void Gaze is not enough with the Vorlinks and the exhaust. May be enough. The Vorlinks are onto the turret. That won't be enough.
Teleport as well. Double teleport.
Double teleport. JLC gets Charm. Trying to change his focus. TG or EXO? He goes for EXO instead. He's near the turret. Oh, sorry, the wall. And this will give JLC his kill.
Yeah. As we mentioned, out of gas da si Exo Don.
Proto
And
Belt's,
an overstay.
yeah, Proto Belt's gone. Spirit Rush is done. Flash no more. Mana is out.
Good job as well from Hate, no? Really micromanaging his summoner spells just so when EXO-Sen decided to go all in and ham on him under turret. So, yep, with that, you could actually upset Mineski's lead in the early game right now. Kung kanina mas malaki yung lead na yan. Ngayon, we are only down to almost 2K na lead. Not to mention as well that Light, despite building up double Doran's ring, I'd say kapag ikaw talaga namatay din, napauwi ka bigla mula sa lane mo, it's better to pick up double Doran's ring than extra Doran's ring with the early first blood. But right now, Light would go for the standard, Rod of Ages, of course, with Catalyst of Aeons available in his hand. Of course, you got Lucidity as well for him. So, what we wanna try to understand here is that ang daling nawala, ang aga kasi nawala ng bottom lane dito, ng IPT. In a sense that it allowed EXO-Sen to roam freely on other parts of the map. Whereas, okay,
Rapid growth. Colin is still the focus of everyone's fire. He will be resurrected by Light. This gives Mineski a disengage, but that's a really close call for him.
and once again, going back to our discussion, it allows EXO-Sen to really roam in the map. Kaya may nakikita tayong EXO-Sen doon sa bot lane.
Yeah.
Whereas you are left with TG, and of course, Zensho here to keep track of a lane. It could be a top lane. For this case, we have the mid lane here with the bottom duo. So, ang mangyayari dito, with a Cloud Drake advantage na naman na Mineski, they just keep on rotating and rotating. Okay? The problem here is that
Sidestepping, managed to land the stun, but nothing's gonna follow up that. Knowing that GLC's teleport is down.
the problem here is that members of IPT can actually farm conservatively. Okay, under turret, hindi sila nagkakaproblema na makapag-wave clear. I wonder though about Light's mana pool. Okay, that's double bomb right now set up in this bottom lane. Rek'Sai ult as well though.
The Mountain Drake will be live in 40 seconds. This gives Mineski another objective to secure, and hoping that IPT responds to Mineski's aggression in the bot lane.
You can see as well that EXO-Sen here setting up that brush against IPT. Interestingly, no, IPT doesn't fall for any trap or for any forced rotations.
And look at that, EXO making his way down to the bottom lane.
No flash, no heal para kay Hit.
Flash, no heal. He has the calling and the relentless pursuit, but spotted by a ward. That's gonna give Hate back
signal.
go back signal. Just the mentality that EXO might be anywhere.
Yeah, what's so nice about the Lucian is that aside from the idea na he has considerable wave clear.
Yes.
When push comes to shove, na kailangan mo mag-depensa, you could just put the calling, no?
The calling is not anymore used on champions now. It's mostly for clearing the minion wave.
Kasi ang laki nung mabibigay sa yung wave
Yeah.
if ever you secure all those last hit. And of course, what is the cooldown of the calling naman? Especially if you have lots of dueling prowess. And
Mineski securing the Mountain Drake. No visions placed on IPT's side. This is an easy objective for Mineski. This might spell a rotation to the bottom lane. No wards placed. JLC gets charmed. No combo will connect.
oh,
But
flash
the
hit.
knockup is there. Plus the Void Gaze locking down JLC. The Keeper's Verdict is burned. That's not going to do much. Mineski aiming for the inner bot lane turret.
And Mineski, when they really go all in, they really go all in. Not respecting any tankiness mula kay JLC. This is
Rebenga.
bad for Rebenga.
Rebenga, rapid growth. That's not going to help much. He will be resurrected, but the blue turret is taken down. This will give Mineski an attempt to close in onto Rebenga. Kaigo picks up the kill. The curling is up. There's the third bullet. The fourth bullet will be caught by Light.
What is happening to IPT here? It's like they're just allowing
I think it's the fact that IPT, I'm not really sure, but in my opinion that they made their comp around Lucian, relying too much on Hate, and I think Mineski read that and picking up an Ari like in the previous game, same as the Fizz.
Oh. And if they cannot pick up Hate, they could just pick up anyone. Really.
Anyone, really.
And
They
the thing
have-
there is that nauli si Rebenga, no? Talagang parang libreng kill si Rebenga. I mean, catching JLC is understandable pa just because flinashan siya ng in-initiate. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's a flash knock-up mula kay Nixta, then ultimate from TG. The thing there is that yung kay Rebsdon, he was just plainly out of position despite being near in the turret. Okay, so
Vision control in the red side of IPT. They are really trying to take control. Not to mention the Baron will be live in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
not to mention as well that on top of that early Cloud Drake yung mountain available mula sa Mineski. Mukhang ngayon tayo makakita ng sobrang diverse na pickup as our next Drake will be a different one.
Flash over the wall, or Mineski won't land. Charm does connect though. Here comes the teleport. Mineski backing away. JLC is there, ramming up to Zencho. The focus is on to Zencho, but he will not be caught. The bomb is there.
Kaigo cancel the teleport.
IPT backs away. That was a bad teleport position anyway. So and he is pushing the top lane. So that's pretty good. But knowing that it's going to be a 4 versus
I'm just curious though.
5.
No ultimate on Exocet, take note. So there's a lot of freedom from IPT to push this one. Take note, they have double ADCs. They have a Lulu.
And TG has his flash plus the Void Case. That is something IPT has to look out for. And the fact that Hate has no Quicksilver Slash, instant delete.
Let's
no problem
see.
at all.
I don't think they can defend this base, especially with the ultimate coming in from JLC. Here comes Kaigu. Will they really commit onto this one? I think there's no more objective. So, yeah, hindi na push ni Kaigu yung ano, yung top lane. That's a big question. Okay, so at the least that again offsets quite a bit of the lead na meron ulit dito ang Mineski. It can be said naman na hindi naman outlier at snowballing yung lead dito ng Mineski. There's even a kill actually in the hands of TG and even against Kaigu. So I'd say this is just an overall slow game where we should anticipate game-changing late game fights and 5v5 stack.
Really, Mineski picking up their strategy with two Drakes. But I can't say it's going to be a huge difference. Cloud Drake and Mountain Drake is pretty worth for Mineski because they like to roam around a lot. And knowing that EXO is trying to attempt to catch Hate off guard and really deny him of any sort of farm. Black Cleaver will be his next item, but it's not enough. Zencho has the rapid fire cannon plus the Yomu's Ghost Blade. Clearly
just
out
rapid
damage.
fire, diba?
Yeah.
Pero let's go. Let's trust the Black Cleaver. It worked on game 1, especially with the durability na meron siya. But this is not anymore a situation na Renekton yung kinakain po. This is actually a Maokai. And any crowd control that lands onto you. I'm even curious why there's no early QSS para dito kay Hate. Maybe because there is relatively smaller amount of magic damage mula sa Mineski compared to that game 1.
Oh, look at that EXO. That's what he's really good at, trying to penetrate the back line. Kaigo flashes in, pops the visual Maelstrom. EXO is trying to focus onto Hate. All onto Hate. He will be revived, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. JLC trying to pinpoint EXO instead, but a 40 case onto the high priority target. Kaigo, a bit too close. Takes turret hits.
But their main damage dealer, one, is Light. That is gone.
JLC will be taking that, maybe not. Exhaust onto Hate. He's alive. He's trying to kite the heal.
Nice heal.
Nice heal onto Mineski. That will be a connect. Oh, that exhaust.
They should just fall back.
That exhaust just denied a kill for Zencho.
Nice one, Rebecca. Okay. So Rebecca did not use the exhaust early on. He's actually baiting it as well.
But in terms of team fight, Mineski won this trade.
They should just let go. I mean, I think that threat is pushed anyway. Kung nag-stay pa sila doon, mamimigay lang sila ng libreng kills with this health bars being in kill range. Anyway, let's review what happened onto that fight. Once again, this is actually initiated with Kaigu flashing in and JLC as well focusing on Exocen. Of course, ayun nga, what I've observed here is that you want to watch on light, nilagay niya lahat ng bombs niya on Kaigu, and it is a given na yung bomb mo, you're a mid laner, you're resilient, you put that on a Maokai with a Vengeful Maelstrom on, clearly all the damage mitigation na nanggagaling mula sa Mineski ay sulit na sulit. Okay, nilagay mo sa tank yung isang skill mo, naka-Vengeful Maelstrom pa kahit AOE yan. Ang ganda sana yung playstyle na naka-hate, no? Yung focus, tas you just put the ultimate down and you bait out a lot of skills against Mineski. But with Light getting pick off, that's the big problem. And Mineski knows how to shift targets. Of course, itong standoff na to, this is just in kill range. It's actually a matter of kung sino yung magko-commit ng sobra and would be executed. I'm just curious if, had it been Rebecca used the exhaust early on, kasi ginamit niya medyo pandang huli-huli, would it be different? Would it be a different scenario?
I'm not sure if Rebecca didn't use the exhaust just now. That would have been a kill for Zencho onto Hate. So the fact that he hung onto that exhaust is pretty good. And
Oh, actually.
yeah, Mineski securing their third drink. IPT trying to come back from the objective-wise 3 turrets for Mineski, while IPT has no Drake, but just
Yes.
only
Oo
one
nga eh.
turret. That's not gonna be enough in terms of full lead. Zensho picking up a pickaxe will go for maybe an Infinity Edge. I'm not pretty sure for Hate. He's a
Yeah,
bit delayed in
that's
items.
3 turrets in exchange of 1. 3 drakes in exchange of none. Okay? And 3-7 sa ating scoreboard with 6k gold deficit against Mineski. You know, parang ang ano ngayon, ang alanganin ng sitwasyon ngayon ng IPT. They're actually losing the early game. I wonder how will they scale in the late game. Right, I've been asking, parang isa to sa mga moments na we are thinking it would be better if you just put a damage champion on light, di ba? Have light deal damage for your team. Because right now, hindi naman siya one dimension yung composition na to. Pero ang daming win conditions ang naisasara ng Mineski against IPT with this kind of composition. Because right now, they have enough firepower against JLC, they have enough kite, okay, they have enough knock-up, the durability nga mula sa Vengeful Maelstrom, nagsimula ng maaga yung mga team fights, okay? And we all know how Makai excels during team fights and during pick-offs, kasama mo pa ng Jhin. Kung na-extend lang sana yung laning phase, di ba? Where Makai struggles, that would be one. And right now, also, Mineski with the rotations. Let's see if can IPT, will they be able to push this mid lane inner? Because they're gonna give away the mid lane outer.
The outer top turret will be taken down by Nexta. This gives Mineski room for maybe a Baron objective. It opens up an opportunity for
They have double
Baron.
ADC though, but there's a
Kaigo.
flank from Kaigo.
Back from the back line, current colors up. Decides not to engage, but goes in onto Light. And here comes
TG
TG.
though.
He has the 4Ks trying to pick the right time. Rista goes in. Does not knock it up. The 4Ks onto Rebenga, and Kaigo follows it up. And look at EXO penetrating the back line of IPT. JLC is forced to back away, just eating up all the skill shot of EXO.
Yeah, the problem here is that
TG gets
Zensho
hammered to the wall.
was removed. That's a big problem there. And okay, para tumayo si Light doon. Okay. Yan. Mukha nga merong problema na nangyari doon. I did not expect na hindi gagalaw si Light doon after flashing in. Things are looking pretty intense. It may seem that Mineski had that fight in the bag, especially with the point of entry na ginamit nila papunta sa mga membro dito ng IPT. Pero again, nahuli ni JLC doon, si Zensho. And again, yung curtain call, yung vision, yung slow, yung damage, malaking element na kailangan yon ng Mineski should ever they take fights, especially with Malzahar, especially with Rek'Sai. I think it would be better really if Mineski doesn't go for flanks, especially with awkward champions like Malzahar. I don't think so. Yeah.
And not to mention that EXO is really good at penetrating the back lines. IPT didn't see that, and really the high priority targets Hate is just no problem for Mineski, and that's why for them it wasn't a must-ban champion compared to IPT, who thought Fizz was a must-ban champion.
Yeah. That's a big question really kasi kung nakuha nila si Zensho, they actually, I think that's a bad trade. Top lane outer, tapos pinalit mo sa mid lane inner. That actually is up para sa IPT. Yung red side jungle mismo dito ng Mineski. And that's what's next for that game would be a battle for vision for the Baron. Okay? Kasi kakaspawn lang ng Baron. Available na actually yung Baron natin if I'm not mistaken. Then you also have parang ang tagal-tagal pa bago lumabas yung next Drake natin dito sa larong to. And the big question there is that observing this game, no? Parang nag-slow down.
Yeah, it's slow.
Yung IPT, yung momentum nila. In a sense that, as you mentioned nga, this is like a competition built around Hate. No? And sa mga viewers natin, kayo sa palagay nyo, again, Game 4 pa po to. Okay? Actually, Game 4 na po to ng ating series. Again, if this is won by IPT, we have our champion, ladies and gentlemen, and our representative to the GPL. And if this is going to be a win for Mineski, we got ourselves a 2-2. We're gonna get ourselves a Game 5. You know? It's been a long time really since nakita tayo ng Game 5 sa isang PGS Finals. Because I'm not mistaken then, the Rampage 2016, I think the PGS 2016 Summer Finals, it only reached until Game 4. Kahit gitgitan siya, much to our surprise nga where AEX actually took a win 2-0 kaagad, diba? Tapos nanalo yung IPT ng third game. Ito, malaking tanong talaga. And it seems that MSK is getting the momentum, no?
Yes.
From the win from that game 3.
They're actually doing well in terms of the bottom lane.
Oo.
Zencho and TG really in sync, and the fact that they have read completely the Lucian strategy that IPT kept doing for 4 straight games. I'm not pretty sure how IPT will stand a chance against MSK, knowing that MSK has a different approach into defeating IPT.
Yeah, so they can easily capitalize nga doon sa etong game na to. I'm just curious kung the big problem here is that it is heavily dependent on to light actually kay Hate. Kailangan mag-scale dito na Hate. Kailangan niya parang isang full item if ever ma-pull off. Gustong i-pull off dito ng IPT yung plano nila. A composition that revolves around Hate. Okay? Observing the composition again dito ng MSK, one win condition para sa IPT is that they could actually really remove the backline. In the instance na nawala si Exocet, may pagka-sure win. In the instance na mawala si Zensho, ang taas na chance sa manalo ang IPT on a fight. Pero ayun, kung mawala si Hate, parang kaya pa rin mag-stall ng IPT. Kung mawala si Light, kaya pa rin mag-stall ng IPT. That's one win condition really. It's just that IPT may want to watch out and may stop themselves from allowing MSK to overwhelm them. Ayun yung nangyayari nung early game, no?
Yeah.
Oo. Like 4 members collapsing onto 1 champion. IPT shouldn't allow that. Should play reactively because parang ang daming na-deny tuloy ng MSK sa kanila. They have lots of turrets. They also have lots and lots of Infernal Drake. Sa mga viewers natin, sa mga summoners natin, once again, we just want to give you a quick announcement. Meron lang tayong technical issue dito, but we'll be back in the game after a short while. We'll be back in the game soon. So, for now, of course, I want to invite you guys. Be sure to check out the Garena Premier League website. Once again, the most prestigious League of Legends tournament in the Southeast Asian region, GPL, will be hosted by our country, of course. Dito sa Pilipinas, it's gonna be held in Samsung Hall. Okay, sa SM Aura.
For more information, if you want on the GPL, you can visit that website, gpl.garena. So, if you want your tickets and you don't know how to buy your tickets, the website has a tab where you can know where you can buy your tickets. You can come to, if the commute to the Garena office is too much for you, we have different outlets on where you can buy your tickets.
Not to mention that there are informations then para sa mga teams doon. There are informations not just for our team, but on the other leagues din. Andun din yung bracket, andun din yung schedules. Just all the informations na kailangan nyo. There's actually hype videos available tungkol doon for the introduction. And of course, for the teaser of GPL. I want to invite you as well, guys, to like the Garena Tournament Hub, okay? Facebook fan page. Again, may mga ongoing tournaments po tayo. As we regularly mention, we got a Piltovers Finest that is powered by Seagate. And of course, that is your road to the Pro Gaming Series. Do take note, ang Pro Gaming Series natin ay isang liga ng mga summoners, ng mga League of Legends players, professional, playing on a professional level with, of course, opportunity to play internationally. Actually, kung sino mag-champion ng GPL natin, diretso ka agad, di ba? Sa MSI. And, ayan, also what I want to mention is, in the Garena Tournament Hub, hindi lang yung Piltovers Finest, we also have the Lulu Cup, we also have the Timo Cup, and I think we have the new tournament here, which is called the G Cup Elite Tournament. So be sure to check that one. Sa mga players natin, I know, masaya manood, pero alam ko may iba dyan, nangangate, gusto rin nila maglaro, you know, people that are feed, you know, with the idea of competitive gaming. Ayan, natutuwa ako sa mga ganyan, yung mga summoners natin na gustong-gusto mag-tournament. Hindi yung nagpa-farm, yung talaga nag-enjoy lang. At kayo, ikaw summoner, okay? Kung ikaw ay nagdadalawang isip, nagtataka kung wala akong kasama baka hindi naman kami mananalo, hindi talaga kayo mananalo. Okay? Hindi yun yung point. Ang harsh, no? Hindi yun yung point ng tournament. Actually, the best part of a tournament is the experience. It's the experience. Pero, kung gusto nyong matodo, alam mo yun, if you want to feel the full potential of that experience, that fun experience na napoprovide ng isang tournament natin, then, go competitive. Aim for the win. Okay? And drop those thoughts. Drop those thoughts na, na hindi ka naman mananalo. Okay? If you have to think na hindi ka naman talaga mananalo just so you could drop that thought, then sige, okay? I mean, it's not that bad, really. Like, we are millions. You know, million tayong summoners dito. Di ba? Hindi lang yan. You know, million tayong summoners dito. Of course, siyempre, it cannot be denied. Ang dami nating teams. Of course, bilang na bilang lang naman, di ba? Parang 16 teams na sasali. Tapos, isa lang yung mananalo. So, yung 15 talo. Tapos, yung 15 na talo. Pag natalo ka, malulungkot ka. Eh then, ang daming malungkot na pala talaga ngayon. By default, di ba, lahat tayo malungkot. Ang lungkot na lang talaga ng mga summoners natin. Huwag ganon. Okay? So, pag, you know, when you join this tournament, go for the experience. And what's so cool about this tournament is may mga freebies pa sila. Diba? Ikaw ba, have you played the tournament? Or you're too salty to play one?
I actually just play LoL in the solo queue. I don't really go for tournaments. I just play for fun.
Will you join a tournament with me?
No. But of course, I look at it in the game.
Okay.
Going straight back to the game. Nyx trying to find his way inside IPT's front line. But knowing that, I believe backs away. What happened there was Rebenga got actually killed, right?
Yep. And again, going back for the conditions here, ladies and gents, makikita nyo sa death timers natin na nawala si Zensio doon. Kaya may konting momentum na nakuha doon yung IPT despite being behind for the most part ng ating laro. So let's see ano may encash niya ng IPT doon sa konting lamang na nakuha doon sa mid lane. Let's see on the itemizations, you could see na still there's one component item na lamang dito, si Exosen against Light. What's interesting here is despite having a Zillion for your composition, eto na mga kaibigan, the signature QSS. Actually may signature Ninja Tabi din si si Hate. Pero cannot be denied na ang nagpanalo doon sa game 1 na dapat ang nanalo doon, I'd say it would be Mineski, was the Ninja Tabi din ni the QSS ni Hate. Nalito ako dito sa itemizations ni Hate. Sobrang interesting. Yeah.
It's very expensive in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. Very expensive and you really delay sacrifice a lot of damage.
Well, ako mas gusto ko pa ang QSS kaysa sa Ninja Tabi. Yun na lang yung masasabi ko for that game. Now, teleport. Okay. Won't be cancelled. It seems that Mineski wants to take this fight, no?
Oh no, Exo actually used his Spirit Rush.
Yeah.
So, I wonder what Mineski is planning. No, seeing that IPT making their way towards the top inner turret. Here comes the current call. Focus fire onto Rebenga. Not gonna do much. That is it for Zencho's damage. So let's see how Light approaches this.
JLC is not blocking the bullets mula doon sa curtain call din. Anyway, so there's gonna be a standoff dito sa top lane, knowing that the Spirit Rush is not available. Pero to take note, this is a tower dive, and you are tower diving a Maokai. This is it. Let's see. Next time,
look at that. Next up, for the flank goes into three-member knockup. Here comes the redemption. Kaigo with the Venko Master for some tackiness. TG can't really do much. He's a bit confused and he's trying to find his way, but he gets hammered to the wall.
IPT though
picks up the time. Kulit trying to do as much as he can. Not gonna do much.
Wow!
Look at Hate.
Revs flashed in.
Revs flashed in. Sancho flashed in. Here comes Ford Bullet.
Spirit Rush though.
Spirit Rush in. Protocol 2 or
Movement speed.
Lockdown. Bind, lockdown onto Hate. Exo picks up the kill. That's going to be it. Oh, Praise Seeker to finish it off Kulit.
So it's still Mineski's game after that siege in the top lane. That is clearly an overstaying, okay? An overstaying in the top lane ng IPT. Okay? So, of course, I'd say this is already a freebie para sa Mineski.
From the top lane trade itself, IPT clearly lost. I mean, we saw DG had an awkward phase, but since Exo was there in the back line, that gave them a signal to go Baron.
Okay, so With that Baron, that's actually strengthens the lead here of Mineski. Medyo mahirap na mga kaibigan, pero again, let us observe what happened on that replay. So, again, do take note that for the most part, yung simula ng laban na to, Spirit Rush is actually not available. And it may seem na may kinalamang dito yung... this is actually tapos na yung lamang ng... Ayan, it may seem na may kinalamang doon, I mean, yung Mineski. But because of the ultimate of the Zillion, this is the part kung saan nakalamang din yung IPT. What's weird here is Rebenga's flashing in, okay? Hindi kailangan yon. That is actually the signal to cut your losses. And it cannot be denied na wala sa parehas na page si Rebenga kasama yung team niya when he went in and flashed in. There's no crowd control available despite the exhaust. The big question is, ewan ko kung pinipredict ni Rebenga kung talagang totodo si Zensho na lumapit and engage that fight. Okay?
Mineski, total control of the Dragon Pit. That makes him the second Mountain Drake plus the fourth Drake for Mineski. Things are looking really good for them, and let's hope that IPT will come back strong. We've seen this scenario before in Game 1 where IPT was on the ropes, but when Hate finished up the items of Lucian, like six full lock-in, that gave them a lot of items. So it really has to wait out for Hate. The only damage dealer they have on IPT is Hate, and Light does provide CC and really not enough burst, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see, ladies and gents. Kasi, ngayon, it cannot be denied na, again, lamang nga ng Mineski dito. But the big question is, how can they close the game? Alright? Right now, understanding the capabilities ng competition dito ng IPT, kahit may lamang yung Mineski, it's very hard to push really. In an instance that you'd want to go for the dive, what you'd want to capitalize on is to poke and chisel on this turret. Ang problema lang, yung ADC nyo kasi is Jin. May 4 na bullet lamang siya. Okay?
So that's more than enough. He has the rapid fire cannon. That's gonna proc so well with the crit, the 4th bullet, plus the Infinity Edge. Whereas Hate, he has a really awkward time where he has to really get near. So it's not really a matter of...
I mean on pagharapan. Yeah, it works well for Mineski. Pero in terms of pushing turrets, ayun yung problema kasi para makapush the turrets effectively, it would require Nixta to dive. The big problem there is there's lots and lots of zone control available mula doon sa double bomb ni Light. And that's one. You also have JLC in the front line.
TG is trying to make his approach.
Let's see though.
Turret call is there.
This turret won't defend you.
Kaigo is there, but the 2-man stun onto TG and Kaigo stops their approach. Let's see if TG will land Light's Void Cage for his teammates to follow it up. JLC making his approach, but the focus is really onto Hate.
Yeah. And Hate cannot cannot go near. Yun ang malaking problema. Makikita mo how Kaigo is just saving up the twisted advance on Hate.
And not just that, we can see that Rebenga is just sticking so close to Hate, wants to really peel for their marksman. So Mineski is having a hard time closing the game.
Yeah, man.
With 32 minutes almost into the game, Mineski's momentum is a bit of a halt. So let's see how IPT can come back with this opportunity.
Ask it as well that JLC, he knows that there's an urgent call to defend this mid lane inner turret. Malaking problema dito ay, of course, I'd say decision making on Mineski. So they would be wiser, not really gonna force things here in the bot lane. Right now, if you account for the timers, Elder Drake won't be around in the next 2 minutes.
And not to mention, look at Zensho's itemization. Last Whisper compared to Hate. He picked up a dagger, then he goes for the Executioner's Calling. I'm a bit confused what he's trying to complete. So let's say he has the Quicksilver Slash. Maybe with the money he got from the Executioner's Calling, the dagger, he could have picked up a BF Sword.
Yeah.
Maybe finish up the Scimitar because what Hate lacks is damage.
Yeah. Pero maybe he's gonna rely to at least balance out the damage kasi meron naman silang secondary ADC. Ayun siguro yung hinahabol dito ni Hate. Pero clearly, if you compare that to Zensho, which is actually kahit 217 yung KDA, not gonna get those kills, but has those assists, especially with the curtain call nga. as a very sizable amount of damage sa ganitong klase
Oh.
ng itemizations. Double Guardian Angel din
Yes, man.
para
Double
sa
Guardian
MSK. Kasi
Angel.
ayun na nga, isa sa mga kailangan ng MSK is to dive.
Yes.
If they really want to finish this game, if they really want to make a push, they really need to dive.
Double Guardian Angel. I'm not sure if IPT has enough damage.
Yan, oo, ayun
Not
din.
to mention, if Light uses all his kit, he's good as done. Same as goes for JLC, he has to peel for hate. Every member of Mineski, they're just locking their eyes onto hate, find the right time to flash in, and look at Nixta staying in the right side of IPT's red side jungle, really trying to find the right time to go in with a knockoff, and maybe opening up with the curtain call.
The big thing here is that despite having a very tanky front line, hindi ganun
Oh.
mataas yung damage din ng front line na to. So ang kailangan din gawin ng IPT is just bypass this front line. Yun, in the instance na magkausapan o magkaroon ng dive, and they are very capable.
And but look at the curtain call is there. Nixta is making his way for the
Cancel ni
knockoff.
JLC yung ult niya.
He cancels the ultimate, but maybe this is for IPT strategy. The turret is down, and Colin is the victim of the 4Ks. He goes down by Nixta, and next might be Hate. He's hogging the turret, and JLC trying to provide some range, and Exo, 2 flashes burn, make that 3. Exo makes it away with the speed from the Orb of Deception, and Nixta still has the Guardian Angel. The inhibitor of IPT will be going down.
That's how it closes the game. You don't even need to burn, really, your Guardian Angel. You just need to send your mid laner and establish pressure in the bot lane, in a sense na the mistake here of IPT is to send Light against the Ari. Okay?
JLC is the one trying to go inside Mineski, and the same goes for Kaigo to go inside IPT side. But when a clash happens, Kaigo has the advantage with the Vengeful Mist. I mean, when he goes in to the team fight, 4 members or 5 will focus onto him, but that's not going to do much. This gives EXO a lot of room to go to the backside, penetrate the back line.
Yeah. Alright, so still, I'd say this is gonna be a long game pa rin.
Yeah,
But
it's
this
35 minutes.
is heavily tilting in favor of Mineski.
After
okay.
this, Elder Drake.
Elder Drake. Yeah, and they have lots of options really.
And
Elder Drake, Baron.
Yeah.
Now, again, ito na naman yung IPT with their slim win conditions. The big question is, how can they take a fight against with the Elder Drake? Kasi if they want to go for a fight against Elder Drake, they'd have to really walk and embrace the front line here of Mineski, which clearly they have no damage for.
And not to mention, Mineski has 2 Mountain Drake. So if they get this Elder Drake and go for the Baron, that would be a very quick Baron.
Yeah. Yes. I'd say it would be more intuitive for Mineski to pick up the Elder Drake, observing that kind of pattern. Ayan. And let's see. Okay, no vision for IPT on this Baron. Of course, he'll be sending in the front line, JLC.
Look at that. Mineski just hiding away.
Nice
JLC
setup.
has no idea. TG is there. Silence. No suppression from Zensho. This gives IPT a bit of a warning sign. So let's see. This will be a standoff in the Baron pit.
Yes, of course. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tingnan natin. Again, a Baron play. Will there be a miracle na mapapull off dito ang IPT? Because right now, Mineski would want to get their hands on that game
This
5.
is a bad position for IPT. They're
Yes.
gonna get bottlenecked. So it's about time they escape from that really a bad position in the terrain itself.
You can see here that Mineski doesn't want to gamble anything as well. They really want this
Because look at the
game 5
minion
badly.
wave in the bottom lane. And that's a lot of minions. So IPT has to back away. And look at that
Charm did not
EXO.
connect though.
Did not connect, but still delaying the recall of IPT. And look at the bot side of IPT's base. That's a huge minion wave. This will take down probably one Nexus turret and leave one almost half HP. And look at this. IPT is still trying to contest this Baron. You can see Light trying to defend it. That's not going to be enough. A teleport in. The blue turret is destroyed. And there is the current call. Sancho in the right place. Great positioning. And Hate forcing.
Hate
the
cannot be
heal.
touched here.
He cannot be touched, but here comes Kaigo with the faithful Maelstrom. Here comes Nexta with the
Yes, he's
knockup
gone.
onto Kulin and Hate.
Yeah.
There is the follow-up.
This is
There's the
Mineski.
pop. Sancho flashing over the wall to secure the crit. One more bullet. He is suppressed, and this is a cleanup for Mineski. With only JLC alive, he flashed over the turret. But look at the minion wave. This will be Mineski.
Yeah, they don't have
securing.
Senjo, but they could just easily send Kaigru here with the teleport. There's only one Nexus turret available. And ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
here
no.
in the finals of the PGS 2017 Spring Split, for the Game 4, it's Mineski's victory. This series on 2-2, we are going to Game
man.
5.
Game 5, 2-2, Mineski.
A deathmatch, man.
Deathmatch coming back very, very strong. We've thrown 2-0.
Yeah.
IPT had the momentum. But then they still stuck through the Lucian comp.
And all throughout, dun sa laban na yun, parang nawalan talaga ng control yung IPT. And I'd say that is because hindi nag-pay off yung composition that revolved around Hate. It started really, I'd say, with Exocen having a good role on that first blood. Mula dun sa first blood
And
na
not
yun,
to mention, he's not anymore his champion picks. Irie, there's Fizz, there's Zed. There's not enough bans for IPT to really lock down their mid lane.
Plus fumbles as well mula doon sa bottom lane din. Ang daming mistakes nangyari doon sa bottom lane. Not to mention Rebenga. Okay? Seems that his aggressive playstyle doesn't fit this tempo na dinadala ngayon ng Mineski. Look at that. That's 0.54 on his KDA. And once again, Zensho, IPT may want to bag this one out against him. Ayan.
Not to mention, I can't really say much, but Mineski is really reading IPT strategy. For 4 games straight, they've used Lucian.
Yes.
And for 2 games, they've won.
Oo.
But the succeeding 2 games, Mineski thought, hey, let's do something about the Lucian. And that's what they did, locking down the bot lane.
I mean, right now, 2-2 tayo, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, this is what you call a finals.
It's really a close game for both teams, and
A close series. I'd say a close series.
It's really a deathmatch.
Oo. I'd say a close series kasi yung mga laban nila so far mula game 1 napaka one-sided, as in parang may effect talaga yung momentum at may effect talaga yung pressure naman. May momentum para sa Mineski, may pressure para sa IPT. And right now, entering this game 5 falls heavily in favor of Mineski kasi ang laki ng pressure na, oh my god, championship na mawawala pa mula sa IPT. Yun eh. Kasi observing, parehas naman ang composition yung dinadala nila dito. But of course, that is redundant composition nga, which revolves heavily on one champion na nabasa na nga ng Mineski. Clearly, there are adjustments to be made, di ba? I think, like, nagkaroon tayo tuloy ng reset para sa Game 5. Yeah.
Game 5 is something you guys will really have to watch out for.
And the big question is that, on that Game 5, enough kaya yung 10-ban system? Kasi dami na ngayong kailangan bantayan di ba, ng IPT, or maybe they want to calibrate their strategy. Will we be seeing Lucian again? Because Mineski is clearly sent a message, we don't mind that Lucian. We actually denied 2 games away of you.
So yeah, there you guys have it. We always talk about pros, but don't forget, we have that Guess That Pro promo, so we'll be showing you
yes, of course.
the question.
So for our Guess That Pro, ladies and gentlemen, he is the top laner before role swapping to support on this split. He is known for his trash and has a 3-0 record with Misfortune nung hindi pa mahina ang Misfortune support. Because right now, it's one of the worst performing champion for the support position. Ayan, of course, that is the link, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I've told you as well to open up a tab, and para naka-ready na kayo at masagutan nyo yan. Again, di nyo kailangan isama yung abbreviation ng kanilang team. Just the name should be enough, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are going to Game 5. So, umuulan tayo ng mystery gift ngayon. So, panalo din yung mga viewers natin. Oh my God, Mineski versus Imperium Pro Team. Actually, did not expect din na bihirang-bihira tayo nagkaka-Game 5 talaga sa finals natin. And ladies and gentlemen, para sa ating Guess That Pro player is TG. Okay, TG with double E, of course. Yan. TG for the triple G. Okay, I remember how good he is in the top lane. Pero talaga, origins niya rin nung pumunta siya sa Worlds would be support, right? Pero nung top lane, nag-ano siya, LeBlanc AD. O, diba? Try that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hindi namin patatagalin to. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng quick break. Lahat tayo huminga ng malalim. Kasi mamaya, huling laban na. At mamaya, malalaman na natin kung sino ang ating magiging representative para sa GPL. Kung sino ang ating magiging kampiyon dito sa PGS 2017 Spring. Okay? Kami pa yung naging shoutcaster for that game. Ako po si Shinpo with 149. And of course, with me is Vulcan. Once again, this is the finals. Heading for Game 5 of the PGS 2017 Spring Split powered by Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. Mamaya, okay? Diyan lamang po kayo and we'll be back for Game 5.
Kaigo flashes in, comes the visual Maelstrom.
All in
Exo
on
is
him.
trying to focus on Hate. All onto Hate. He will be revived, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. JLC trying to pinpoint Exo instead, but a 40 gaze on to the high priority target. Kaigo a bit too close. Takes turret hits.
But their main damage dealer, one, is light. That is gone.
JLC will be taken down, maybe not. Exhaust onto Hate. He's alive.
Oh,
Trying to kite the
oh, nice heal.
Nice heal onto the desk. That will be a connect. Oh, that exhaust.
They should just fall back.
That exhaust. Here
That's
comes
the
Dachi.
Ichigo.
He has the 4 case trying to pick the right time. Needs the goes in. Just not enough. The 4 case onto Rebecca and Kaigo throws it up and look at Exo penetrating the back line of IPT. JLC is forced to back away. Just picking up all the skills from Exo.
Yeah, the problem here is that
GG
Zensho
hammered the wall.
was removed. That's a big problem there. And okay, para naman yung
Sit,
let's see.
okay.
Back side with the
Oh,
black.
look at that. Next up, for the flank goes into three-member knockup. Here comes the reduction. Kaigo with the Vengeful Master for some tackiness. TG can't really do much. He's a bit confused and he's trying to find his way, but he gets hammered to the wall.
IPT though.
Takes some time. Let's try to do as much as he can. Not gonna do much.
Wow!
Look at Hayes.
Revs
Still
flash
alive.
in.
Revs flashed in. Sancho flashed in. Here comes more bullet.
Getting flash though.
There's much in for
Rubber
the
belt.
blue or
Movement
reception.
speed. Lockdown.
Fine lockdown onto Hayes. Exo picks up the kill. That's in. Oh,
Oh.
Seeker to finish off the list. Waits for the
That's
knockup.
JLC ult niya.
Magic implement what they use for anti strategy. The third is down, and Kulin is the victim of the voices. He goes down by the next time, and next might be Hayes responds to the third, and JLC trying to fight some range, and Exo flashes perfect. That Exo takes it away with speed from the orb of deception, and gets the still has the value to the inhibitor of IPT going down. The current call, Sancho in the right place, great position, and Hate forcing.
Hate cannot be touched here.
He cannot be touched, but here comes Kaigo with the facial maelstrom. Here comes next up with the knockup on Kulin and Hate.
Yeah.
There's the follow,
This is
there's the
nasty.
pop. Sancho flashing over the wall to secure the crit. One more bullet. He is suppressed, and this is a cleanup for Manescu. With only JLC alive, he flashed over the third. But look at the range. This will be the next.
Yeah, they don't have Senjo, but they could just easily send Kaigo here with the teleport. There's only one Nexus turret available. And ladies and gentlemen, here in the finals of the PGS 2017 Spring Split, for the Game 4, it's Midnesky's victory. This series on 2-2, we are going to Game 5.